Good morning, my brothers and sisters, my friends. How you been, ladies and gentlemen? Shall I say that? How you been? Just let me just make it informal. Uh, Today I post you this counterbalancing idea about this. I think he must be Ethiopian guy. It's an archive all these video clips from the monarchy of King Haile Selassie, Mengistu Haile Mariam. All they are kind of like a milestone speeches, the meeting in their parliament. And I think I found it very interesting because there's this new breed of Eritrean nationality that is brewing up at early stage in the clique of this Gazakhanisha in Asmara, okay? And these are mainly, all of these are Lutheran Protestant church of Swedish Nordic countries, scholarship graduated people from this Gazakanisha. Okay, so it goes all the way to this Hutumlo, Mtulu, Mtoblo. So these are people, Eritreans, who got some kind of like a safe haven from these Swedish missionaries somewhere in Massawa, Mtulo, Hutumlo. So these Swedish missionaries came to that area. During that time, Eritrea was managed by this Ottoman kind of influenced Egyptian political management. Okay, so these were people. A lot of these Oromo people from Ethiopia were running away because he had all this slavery, slave trade. Okay, so they were kind of getting into groups in around that area. So all these Swedish people, missionaries came to that. I think one of these priests of the Sweden came to that area. Okay, so people like the Dr. Asmorom, Asmorom Legese, I think his family are involved with this kind of missionaries, and this very famous Ethiopian Oromo guy, what's his name? The man who translated the Bible into Oromo language. I forgot his name, man. It's well celebrated even in African Americans in America. Celebrate his name. I forgot his name. It will come back. So these are people, they call them Kanisha. Okay, these are Lutheran Protestant, highly educated by the Swedish missionaries in Scandinavian countries, especially in Sweden. Okay, so you got all this Saint Oswald, is it Oswald? And you got Oscar in all these Uppsala universities, So these are people. What the Swedish were doing were because they wanted to kind of fight all this Tewahedo Coptic Church influence around the areas. They wanted to instill and build their own establishment of their religion. All this Protestant faith in that area. So these people were running away from this Tewahedo Church of Ethiopia, which was very ancient, and so they were running away. So they got all this academic education. So the Swedish people, they want to have their own base. They want to create their own slaves. Okay, so in one of these saint Oscar had in his vision, I think I wrote that quote. Him talking about so much emphasis on Isaiah, okay, Isaiah the prophet. So there's a verse. So the Eritrean leader happened to be Isaiah. Okay, so these people, they wanted to justify using religion to kind of get their own base. Okay, the Swedish Nordic countries. Okay, so the main center of this PFDJ, People's Liberation Front for Justice and Equality, whatever it is, Egalatore, or this French Revolution thing, is based in their party is based. Their center point core is in Sweden. Okay, so you can see the Swedish population, Nordic countries, influence on this Eritrean government. So they are based them off one. So that you can say the whole Eritrean government is just like a mercenary entity to get employment for by any nation or entity that comes there when they give them good money, my friend, they sell every Eritrean for their pharmaceutical companies. Okay, so all these wars that was waged in Eritrea and Ethiopia was pharmaceutical companies wars, my friend. All this Italian bombardment and throwing all their gas, cancer causing all this sarin, or during the Arua time around Maicho in Makele, and the whole Eritrean war that was being bombarded by all these Russian Americans, like the British, all of them in Eritrea and Tigray, was experimentation guinea pig for us, my friend. They don't even see us as human beings. So the Eritrean government are a mercenary entity selling all Eritreans to these people, my friend. If they give them good money, my friend, they will be willing to sell all these Eritreans who are abroad and in Eritrea. This Eritrean government will sell them to these pharmaceutical companies so that they use them as a laboratory guinea pigs, my friend. Experimentation like that. You put this caged rats. That's how they treat them, my friend. So the Eritrean leader is officially probably he's a mercenary, my friend. He sells us to these foreign companies, the Arabs, whoever is going to give him good money. Okay, so all the historians, they try to narrate their histories based on what these funders, the donors, the Swedish probably, and American, British, the Arabs, if they are going to give them good money, that's what's called mercenary, my friend. They don't have no vision. Okay, they don't have no program. That's why you don't see us not progressing in life at all. Okay, in Eritrea, we as young people graduated from the West, well experienced, everything, they cannot give us nothing because they are there as mercenaries who are going to sell us for their pharmaceutical companies. All these Westerners, my friend. Okay, so you see a lot of people dying now from everywhere, young people, my friend, and their organs, their lungs, their hearts, their kidneys are being sold to this Kodovu, all these hospitals, my friend. Okay, so you can see all these leaders of Eritrea, especially all these Kenisha people from near this Asmara area, that circle, my friend, they just only rotate around the area, Gaza Kenisha. So these are people who are saving the whole Eritreans. They don't care nothing. So that's this idea, Nazis, this Italian fascism idea of so much extreme fanatic nationalism coming out, that Hamasian, Mudra Hamasian, Agazian. Okay, so they wanted to try to justify, they wanted to create this ideology-based core so that they can convince the people often. They were digging all the idea about Hama. Hama is an area in Syria. It don't work out, my friend. A blood. Pop, pop. Okay? So they don't have any theoretical, ideological foundation for it. They came with Tawhid church idea, the belief. I banged it, my friend. Okay? So, because they didn't have nothing else, the only idea they can come up with is martyrdom. Okay? So they bring you this, bigger than life, unreal, this kind of miraculous myth. Oh, martyr this, martyr that. Okay? So the whole idea is they give you this idea. They shoot people. Okay? So they make that person, if that person was very famous, they make him all in a sudden a martyr, hero, superhero, my friend. So they sell the story of a guy to whole population. So because the people, my friend, our people are very gullible, very innocent, they don't have this Western sophisticated way of thinking. So because that person that they killed him was very famous in their heart, they believe all this martyrdom idea, my friend. They bombard us 24 hours, all this music, my friend. It's like this ritual. Okay, so they create money out of it. So they kill all the living and alive human beings for the sake of the martyrdom. Okay, so they very clever. They are really such kind of evilish, my friend. It's a proper Lucifer idea. I never seen such kind of injustice in human life, okay? In human history. So they are creating this Nazis, fascist kind of, worse than that, my friend, okay? So they are making this national idea, core idea, based on martyrdom, okay? So this is what was being done by these assassins of the Persian, the Iranians, okay? That Marco Polo came and wrote the history that, my friend. It really scares the hell out of you, my friend, okay? So these are people willing to kill themselves, to die, so that they can be celebrated as martyrs, my friend, okay? We see the kamikaze of all these Japan people, my friend, okay? Suicide So this is the extent they are brainwashing. What is mama? If they are going to bombard the 24 hours TV, internet, music, okay, of you visual, you brain receptacles, everything, so that you are becoming an automaton machine. Okay, they program you, my friend. So that means they can command everything. Then they kill you, and you will be willingly, happily be able to die, sacrifice your life, and you want to be martyr. So this is to the extent they are inculcating and brainwashing all these people, my friend, our people. So in order to counterbalance this fanatic Hamasian nationality, and these people are like pushing all their rituals to the limit, and all these peripheral, like to counter this balance, my friend, this idea of fanaticism, Nazis, fascism, we have to give them big fire. There is a wisdom that the firefighters use, okay? If there are some fires, they send bigger fire, so that they can control the little fire, okay? So all these little fire are consumed, and it's not gonna damage all the people. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so in order to avoid and contain and kill this little fire that's going to destroy all our fabric in our society community, we have to send a big fire. Then they will be able to be consumed by this fire. Okay, listen, ask all these firefighters. It's a technique. It's a wisdom. Okay, okay. So they plan it. Okay, so they send it from the other direction. So when the fire was coming this way, they send massive fire, and there is another blockage. Once that little fire is dead, consumed, then because they were already control of it, it's gone. So this is called how firefighting skills is waged. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, but they can. The whole idea about them to go to the field was these are people, my friend, moronic, stupid people. Like they were creating all this havoc in the countryside of Eritrea, in the little town Asmara and everything. Poor bandits. They went there. So they wanted to be lords, my friend. In order for their lordship to go forever, and to their offspring, to their children, they have to create this idea called lordship, lords, okay? Who going to go to forever, okay? So it's similar like this European Middle Ages manorialism, idea, okay? So they want to justify the idea using ideology of martyrdom, human sacrifice, my friend. This is a proper human sacrifice that was being done by this Inca and all these Peru, these nations in Latin America. So they are creating this human sacrifice, and they give it a good marketing name called martyrdom. You have to be martyr. All these people, even those people that they were dead in martyr, my friend, some of them, they have their own issues, my friend, negative idea about them, but they create that little, big, beautiful thing, image about them, because they want to sacrifice another living human beings. Okay, so this is a proper mercenary, my friend, merciless people, to be honest. So that's I just wanna I was horrified, my friend, to find out this guy called Gurmai with this monster hand, they call it, like what's the word they call it, like thalidomide, the scandal, thalidomide. Okay, so this is a congenital hereditary disease that they get from these weapons that they rain on us, my friend. All this sarin, my friend, poison and nerve poison. So this Gurmai was, I forgot because I haven't seen him for so many years. So this testified told that all these testifiers have had, all of them, they suffer from that disease, my friend. Funny, okay, zombie hand, monster hand, my friend, okay, and phantom hand. So this guy Gurmai used to work as like that. The guy was a bully. I don't know why he was doing it. Okay, so this man was accumulating all the dirt of our societies, so he gives them power and leadership so that he can kill all the healthy, well-able people. Okay, so he calls them Hafash the Bas. So he brings all the dwarf people, my friend, all the ugly people, downtrodden. Okay, all the people who are with a lot of disease, crippled, okay, all this dwarfism. So every other, probably very famous, maybe industrious, avoided, maybe people who got riches, maybe good names. He crushed them using all these dwarfs and people like this thalidomide scandal that they had in America. Okay, so these are people that they were getting sick because of all this radioactive matter, all this poison, nervous problems that they had from their childhood. I told you about this. What's his name? Haptam, or I forgot, he was my classmate, the guy crippled from Howard. So this is the guy, man. But to the extent, this evil man, a mercenary Swedish Lutheran church follower, that he is being given money by these pharmaceutical companies in the West to kill all of us using this human sacrifice. He sends you waves of, like this Chinese army, waves of soldiers of women, my friend. So you will sacrifice yourself, give blood every night, man. You sperm in semen. At last, you dead. That's human sacrifice, my friend. You deplete all your body fluid, your vital power, vitality that propels you and makes you healthy. Okay, so even if he doesn't kill you by bullet shooting, he kills you in a different way. Okay, so that's what's happening, my friend. The man chases us all over Europe. So the center base of his power is in Sweden. Okay, because of this Isaiah, this they had all the slavery in